height over here. For the moment, we are not getting off the ship, and this is why. So we are skipping this port. The main reason we are skipping this port, it's very, very hot. And in order to get there, you could either walk quite a long way. I can't figure out if it's a kilometer or not. Let me show you, which is not fun if you have mobility issues and it's very hot. So you get to pay 50 euros per person to be transported by a shuttle. Shouldn't shuttles be free or more economical? You're already paying for the cruise. So I think this is controlling. Oh, look at this very nice sculpture. What is it made of? Some kind of plastic. So yeah, I'll show you here. Even though it's raining, look, it started to rain. Palma de Mallorca, which is an island off of Spain, very close to Barcelona. So the captain didn't have to go far. So you see this road right there. I don't think you can see it very well. That's the shuttle. Oh, you see the shuttle? There's a shuttle going there. There was a shuttle. Anyway, and those buses. Oh, there's a bus coming. You will see a bus coming right moment. You will see a bus coming. You see it's coming. I can see it. It's coming. See that bus going over there? Yeah, that bus. That costs 50 euro per person to get off the ship as a shuttle. Can you believe that? I think Royal Caribbean can do a better job to negotiate. Or plenty of people are not getting off the ship. Instead, they're doing a jacuzzi thing. See? Why get off the ship? Jacuzzi time, phone time, and of course, this is something there, like a light tower or a lighthouse. The Celebrity Equinox is also parked here, docked. The joke of the day. I'm thinking, what did the joke of the day say? I'm thinking what the cruise director gave us a joke of the day. Yeah, so I'm thinking of the joke. What did this say? What did the pier? What did the? I can't remember. Something about this saying to the pier. What's up, doc? Something, because when you're docking, it's called anyway. And there's another castle right there. Another castle. Lots of castles. Same construction almost as we saw by the port of Barcelona. Yes, so we're looking for. They have extra job to do. These people are kind of safe here. And there's a huge cathedral over that way. So we get to see Palma de Mallorca from the ship. A relaxing day. Because who wants to pay 50 euro? Unless you've saved up much more money. Because usually you have to have much more money because the excursions have gone up. Like 119 per person to go somewhere. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's almost 2 times as much. Or you risk going and not being back on the ship on time if you go with somebody else. So yes, too many scammers and too many people taking advantage of cruisers is putting, I think, a downpour like this on their business. So I think that's why they're creating these buying islands in the buying property on the Caribbean so that the cruise ship has its own stop and a beach day. We would have liked to have a beach day, but it's kind of hard if you have to pay 50 euros just to get off the ship as a shuttle, as you just shown you. This is Palma de Mallorca. Thank goodness that's not going to be the case in every stop. I think we have Cadiz coming up, Seville, and Malaga. Yeah, so you gotta know your ports, everybody. Research your ports and how to get off the port to plan better with your economy, how much money you want to save, where do you want to get off the port. And each port, cruise line might not have the same port. Some have the same ports and some have their own individual ports. So Yeah, Barcelona is crazy to get into. Just want to give you a warning. You can see Barcelona port right there from, but you have to get on this very narrow bridge to get to all the different ships. And this very narrow bridge gets gridlocked quite a bit. So it should have taken us 40 minutes at the most, because we were very close to the port where we stayed. It took us 2.5 hours because it was just gridlock, complete stop. The taxis were stopped. First they closed off an entrance, so we had to go around, and to go around, it took a long time to go around. And then he had to go to another entrance, 14, from the other side, and they must have had it closed off. It was just a mess. So really, and then of course you pay extra because the meter keeps ticking. So I don't know if this is a mafia thing that they've conspired on a Sunday, because technically you should not work on a Sunday in a Christian country, but anyway. On a Sunday, if they want you to work, you're going to be paying a lot more, because you're going to be stuck in traffic for 2 hours just to get onto the area where you get on the ship. So, if enough of us clamor and say, hey, this got to stop, you got to have streamlined this, make this more efficient. You're burning fuel, you're burning time, you're burning everything. You got to save the earth. If not for people, think about the earth. It's groaning in pain of all the waste and uselessness. Imagine, try to travel with lighter. We only travel with backpacks, guys, because sometimes it takes more money to pay for the luggage. You don't need 5 pairs of shoes to go on your trip. You got to economize, save the earth, one person at a time, one shoe at a time. You don't need that many shoes. For example, Carnival, we have free laundry there, so we can do that. And you can also pay for services for laundry. So there are ways that you can economize and save the earth. One person at a time, one shoe at a time. See, all you need is chanclas, maybe some high-heeled shoes for the evening, and regular walking shoes. You really need 3 shoes. Flip-flops, some kind of comfortable flip-flops, like high heels if you want to, or something that can double as for the evening, the fancy evening out for dinners, and then rocking shoes. That's it. 3 shoes per person. You don't need more. Okay, then there's some t-shirts. I mean, there are people who have given you YouTubers have given you what to take. Some of your own medication, because if you need aspirin or if you need Tylenol, it's quite heavy expense, and then you have to find a pharmacy, and so have your own first aid kit, including some for diarrhea, for constipation, hydrogen peroxide. They did not have hydrogen peroxide on the ship, even the medical center. And hydrogen peroxide for any cuts or bruises is very important. So anyway, let's look over there. There's something that's huge. Looks like a cathedral. I would have to go. It's raining right now, so I'm not going to go there. So yes, for this message, where we're staying off the ship, it's quite expensive to get off the ship. I think it's controlling the population. So only those that really, really, really want to get off in this high heat, 40 Celsius degree weather. Or if you book an excursion, in that case, it's better to book an excursion. I guess you get to see something. Versus getting off the ship, and then what are you going to do? There's nothing to do except apartment complexes. So then you have to pay more money to get an Uber or a ride or a bus or whatever to get to some beach. And then you have to check out how much it costs to get into these museums or these palaces or these castles, ahead of time. So you have to do a lot of research ahead of time. And also make sure the port is different. The ports are different from whichever cruise line. Sometimes they're the same, but sometimes they're different. So yeah, do your research. You don't want to be just hopping on the ship and hoping for the best. Right there is another castle. See? Another castle. There is mountains upon mountains upon mountains. Most of these places you need more time to explore. So a few hours is not enough to see these historic, very old cities in Europe. So it's basically like a taste test. You know, like I get a taste test when you go to Costco or someplace else where they give you a taste test. Being in port is almost like a taste test. Choose one destination and stick to it. Depending if you're 20 years old and can run fast and walk fast. Oh, it's getting really heavy here. Very heavy rains. Look at the heavy rains. Wow. That's gonna cool off people. Yeah, they're not afraid of the rain. Look at them. Lightning, thunder. Very heavy, heavy, heavy. Look, not afraid. Dad and son just walking in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. Oh, what a glorious feeling. What is it? Happy again. Mallorca, this is it. It's an island. Well, city. But it's actually on an island close to Barcelona. Very nice weather they've got. I guess it's gonna cool people off. Imagine, yes, always have a poncho too. Umbrella for the heat and the sun, a light umbrella. Always have some umbrella for the heat or the rain and a poncho. Ponchos are very light, you know, plastic usually. Try to get the plastic one so that it's light. You want to travel light. L-I-G-H-T. And then there's the beautiful, like, cathedral church over there. You can barely see it. So we are on Harmony of the Seas. It's a Royal Caribbean cruise. I think it's the newest one. It's huge. It's very big. We got lots of people. Holland, Dutch people, Netherlands, French, Spanish, all kinds of Europeans on the ship. And of course US people, because this is going to Florida. It's a 13-day transatlantic cruise, Harmony of the Seas. We did one coming to Europe a couple months ago. And now we're taking one back. So there will be 8 days on the seas through the Atlantic. We're stopping in Cadiz, which is Seville, and Malaga. And that's it. And off onto the Atlantic. Well, I think I'm going to sit over here. This one got to be freed up. Again, so these are my tips for you. Travel light. Make sure you have your own first aid box. You don't need more than 3 pairs of shoes. Like chanclas, like for the beach. Some high heel, if I'm talking about women, of course. Some kind of a fancy shoe for evening out. And your walking shoes. You know, tennis shoes, Nikes, whatever. Reeboks, whatever is your most comfortable, and I mean most comfortable walking shoe. And that's it. What else do I want to say? You want to have like shorts, khakis, and of course socks, underwear, and either blouses. You know, I would not worry about too much fanciness. You want to be comfortable. Nobody's looking at you. Nobody cares, really. So you want to be comfortable. A hat, umbrella, first aid kit with other kind of medications that you cannot easily find. You know, Band-Aid, hydrogen peroxide, definitely. It's very useful for different kinds of things. Aspirin is very critical, especially the older you get. Take some aspirin for the aches and pains and occasional headache. And then, of course, if you have your own medication. I don't know if I would take a book. A book is heavy. A lot of people take books on the shorter trips. But, or if you have a craft to do or cards. a set of cards to play, some kind of game. I mean, there's lots of stuff to do on ships, but just in case you want to play some cards, transatlantic, maybe a book, a favorite book. But it's better to have like a downloaded book and just read it off of your iPad or something. Also, take a watch. You never know. Taking a watch is good because you can adjust it because there's ship's time and there's local time and there's all kinds of time. So it's also good to have your own watch, not just a phone watch. Because, you can discharge your phone. Things can happen to your phone. I always have like a regular watch on your wrist. That way you don't have to mess with your phone and change it around. That way you have ship's time on your wrist all the time. Because you wanna always be back an hour before the ship leaves. I always put that as a given. Don't put it when you're supposed to leave. You're playing with fire because they will not wait for you. They will not wait for you if you're late. And then it's a hassle to try to find it on the next ship. Imagine if you miss the last port, then the next 8 days you have to just fly back to the US. There's no other port on a transatlantic to catch the ship. So write me any questions. If you have questions about cruising, please write them and I will look at the questions. No, I am not a German. Somebody asked me, am I German? I am not German, but very close. I live in the USA. I'm from the USA, United States of America. But I was born in Europe. I will not tell which country, but it's very close. It's very close. Germany, the Nazis attacked this country, and that's how World War II started in September of 1939. So I came as a child to the US, so I do have an accent, but I have not been where I was born in a very long time. So I completed school, including college and master's degree in the United States. And I am semi-retired doing my channel. My parents owned a travel agency. And now people can basically book things themselves. Actually, go on my website and you can book a cruise yourself. 321 Cruise. It's in the top here information. And you can book a cruise yourself nowadays. But there are slight differences between the cruise lines. They're bigger ships. Like this is Harmony of the Seas, Royal Caribbean. It's a huge, huge ship. You might not want big ships. You might want smaller ships. So there are different sizes of ships. I mean, they're all big, but compared with the newer ones, they're building mega ships. I don't know if there's more people to deal with. So there's more, more nuisance to try to get into the shows. You have to do a reservation because they have to fit you in. Whereas the smaller ships, less people, so you don't really need reservations. Just show up at the theater and stuff like that. So it depends what you're looking for. Now, what's included is the dining area and the buffet. There are plenty of other restaurants that are extra fees and each ship has their own little different restaurants. There's plenty of walking. If you want to walk, you can walk. I think this one has a glow-in-the-dark putt-putt, like golfing. And they have a couple jacuzzis. To me, there's not enough jacuzzis usually for the people that want to go. Hopefully they clean the jacuzzis enough. You always wonder, there's thousands of people who've come from different places, and I don't know, they should have their hygiene regimens to clean the jacuzzis regularly, but I don't know if they actually do that. Somebody has to investigate. So what is the protocol? How often do they clean those jacuzzis? I really think since after COVID, things are more lax because already my throat hurts. So it's kind of too cold in the room, so I'll have to sleep. And even if I change the temperature, you have to tell them specifically with the right wording that you want control. You want, for health reasons, control the climate or the AC, whatever, in your room. Otherwise, it's like everybody gets the same thing. So I have to put a hat on because it gets too cold, and I woke up with a sore throat already. You got cold areas, hot areas, so you gotta have a sweater with you too. Bring a sweater with you, which you do not need to pack. You can just put on your body. The sweaters are usually bulky. You know, either a hoodie or a sweater, whatever you like, something to keep you warmer. Because some of these theaters, they get really cold. So some people are sensitive or not to these changeable temperatures. I am sensitive. When you are sweating and you go to a cold environment, that's a recipe for getting sick quite fast. And yeah. So you gotta plan for being cold and being hot. Because if you get here on a plane, usually planes are cold. So be prepared and wear comfortable clothes. Unless you're stylish and looking for a boyfriend and, you don't care and you want to be with the swanky clothes every day. No, nobody really cares. I guess I'm older now, so I don't care. And most people don't care how you look. So it depends on the age group. Conserve the planet and stay light. Travel light if you can. Okay, looks like the rain is over, so that really hopefully will make people happy. It won't be as hot because Europe is going through a heat wave right now. There are fires all over Spain and all over France, like the Bordeaux region. You wonder, do people like have campfires and they don't put them out? Would people be so careless that they cause so much damage? Hopefully there's people that are responsible that go camping and actually put out a fire. Or if you're smoking, there are a lot of smokers in Europe. Hopefully they just don't throw their cigarette, especially if they're drunk, or partying, whatever. They don't know what they're doing. So be responsible, people. If you're camping, make sure the fire is really out. If you're smoking, don't just throw it out there, especially in such high heat. Common sense things. Oh, they definitely cleared out the deck when it was raining. Yes, this is Spain. Excuse me. Palma de Mallorca. Exactly, the city is Palma de Mallorca. Look, the sun is coming out, so it's really, you can see this with some sun. It got the castle wet. It kind of gave it a wash, so it's all bright now. It was dark colored brown, now it's light colored brown. Isn't it interesting? Now you can see the castle up there a little better. Same looking castle as we saw in Barcelona. Now to go to these places, you have to research. A lot of them, you have skip the line type of things. And the problem is you have to choose the time. Sometimes you have, to wait on these shuttles. And you don't know what time you're going to get there. So it's really difficult to plan sometimes if you're off a cruise ship. So don't be disappointed. Pack a lot of patience when you're going on a cruise. Again, we are not getting off the ship today because they want 50 euros for the shuttles per person to get off the ship. 50 euros. So it's dollars, I don't know, more than 60, 65 the bucks, US dollars to get off the ship. Again, is it crowd control? Probably, because these huge ships have so many people. Imagine everybody want to get off the ships. They wouldn't be able to get you back in time. I imagine part of it is crowd control. You want to get off? Pay the bucks. As you can see, a lot of kids, a lot of people with families, they did not get off. Imagine, like a family of 4, you would pay 200 euros to get off the ship? That's crazy. So maybe it's designed for single people, those that really, really want to get off the ship. So that's what Palma de Mallorca offers you. If you want to get off the ship, you got to pay 50 euros per person for the shuttle. Or you walk, which I can't imagine walking like a kilometer or so or more in high heat. So you adventurous types, 20-year-olds that like to run and walk, you can do that. But then you have to might deal with heat stroke because this is really high heat weather nowadays. Hello, Jefferson. Hello. Ah, looks like Rio de Janeiro. No, it is actually Palma de Mallorca. Spanish, you know, Spain belongs to Spain. Okay, now I can get up and walk so we can see how long the ship is. Sorry, I don't have one of those stabilizers. My hand is my stabilizer, so I apologize because my phone is also like my wallet and everything, so it's heavier. One of these days, if I get rich from YouTubing, I'll buy myself one of those things and a GoPro and all that stuff. It all depends on you guys. If you hit subscribe and like, right now it's just a hobby to inform all of you the do's and don'ts. Travel's getting harder the older you get, I tell you. It's getting harder. You know, some people put it off until the older. Don't put it off. Do it when you're younger if you can. Especially Europe, you have these cheap flights. Fly in there, over there for the weekend. You guys are lucky. Now US is quite big, but they charge quite a bit sometimes to fly around. Let's look at here. Palma de Mallorca, Spain. It's an island, but this is a city called Palma de Mallorca. Beautiful. The rain cleared it up. Look, there's another castle. You see those shuttles? There's another shuttle bus. 50 euro per person to get off. Thank you very much. I'll keep repeating that. Maybe they'll be ashamed and change that policy. Somebody wants too much money. They're scamming people left and right. So it's harder for families to travel, imagine. Or just a family of two, it'd be 200 euro to just get off the ship. Crazy. Okay, so we're walking this way. Now these cabanas, I think they're higher. You gotta reserve a cabana. Casita, sorry. Some of them call them cabanas, casitas. That's extra money too. Alrighty. Well, that's a beautiful castle over there. You can see it. This is as far as my zoom will go. Let's see how far this will get us. Oh, we're getting closer to see the other ships and the other part of Mallorca. I don't see any beaches within walking distance here. No beaches. No bitches on the beaches. That's your English lesson for today. Beaches, no bitches on the beaches. Funny, no? Okay, maybe not. All right. All right, let's see. There's a Celebrity Equinox. I think it's owned by Royal Caribbean too. So they have different class of ships. Now you can match. They match the status within the different classes of Royal Caribbean, but they do not match with Norwegian or Virgin. Oh well, so this is what I wanted you guys to see. Look at this. Which cathedral is this? Somebody's been here before, let us know. Is this a cathedral? Looks like a cathedral. That's beautiful to be able to see. Now it's nice and cool. Okay, let's go inside the ship. See how far we can go to the other side of the ship. Okay, this is mostly for kids right here. Little slides. Swimming pool areas, you know, typical stuff. Let's see where this gets us. I have not explored the ship yet. Okay, this is the eating area. So it's closed off. I'll have to go. This is called Windjammer. So they're gonna open for lunch soon. Okay, nice AC inside. There we go. People. Let's see. Hello, Miss Washi Washi. Love. I love that you're called Love. It's always lovely to see Miss Love.
Thank you. Going for lunch?
Oh, is lunch open?
Yes, lunch is already open on the other side.
Oh, okay. So how do I get to the other side of the ship on 16? Can I get to the other side of the ship?
Yes, you need to go deck 15 first and then all the way to the back.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much.
Hi, Hira.
Well, you guys get to see what the Windjammer buffet style is for lunch. Let's see what they have for lunch. You ready to see? Are you hungry? Okay, this is the ship. They have a spa. Now, these are owned by different companies. They just rent out the space. Staterooms are the rooms that you stay in. Aqua theaters in the back. For local fresh, so this is what you get to see. I'm gonna have to charge my phone because I think I have 8 minutes left. So this is what we get to see. We're on 16, floor 16. Oh, look how beautiful it is over there. You see this? Greenery. All kinds of greenery on that level. But these on top are actually fake. Fake. Okay, they make you wash your hands. Well, they don't make you, but you're in line here. Okay, they're not open yet. Are they open? Okay, they kind of make you wash your hands, which is smart. So there it is. The food. I might stand in line just for you so that you can see what kind of food we have available. Oh my gosh, the line is growing. Better get in line right away. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, people are hungry. Some people probably didn't eat their breakfast. So these are the elevators right here. And then there are elevators over there too. Or you take the stairs. You want to have a workout? Take the stairs. So they just opened up the... Okay, wait a minute. Can we go inside this way? Okay, well, might as well just wait here. Oh, it's a cute watermelon dress.
I'm going to go to the pool later, even though
Okay, looks like some... Imagine having a foot like that. Hello!
everyone, welcome to Windjammer. She's here.
Wouldn't you want to be in the pool? A relaxing vacation. Here, oh my gosh, you'd have to walk around. It's so much walking to get off the ship if you don't want to pay the €50. Yep. Okay, don't forget sanitizer. It's bread, salad. Okay, more breads. Oh, sliced bresaola. Oh, look at this. Black bean soup, vegetable soup. I think I might have some vegetable soup. Coin. Okay, let's try some. Let's try some of